Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BlueSync on Thursday, October 30th. Happy Halloween Eve. We are going to be talking about Testimonial Tree today. So obviously not a new product or a new topic, but a good one to refresh. We've had a rash of issues with testimonies. Other agents' testimonies have been showing up. So I want to show you how you can fix that for the agents and then just kind of talk through what Testimonial Tree is doing for our agents. So thank you for joining us today. First, we're going to go ahead and get into Testimonial Tree. And you can either go in through testimonialtree.com or you can use your single sign-on from your Moxi account by going to your external links and clicking on the Testimonial Tree link from there. So while that loads, go ahead and show you that option. So when you're in Moxi, and if you could mute, I'm getting some
on the right-hand side.
Rose, I'm getting there. Thank you, Rose. Okay, so when you're in your Moxi and you click on your headshot in the upper right and you go to external links, you'll see that you have the option for Testimonial Tree there. So you can use that to log in, or as I mentioned, you can go straight to testimonialtree.com and use your username and password. The good thing about using external links, single sign on, and it will log you in and you won't have to worry about going ahead and remembering that password. So you'll see my dashboard here. Obviously, if you're an ASC or RSC, you're going to see the dashboard for your office that you manage. You're seeing the entire company here on my screen. If you're an agent, you're going to see your testimonies on there. So the issue that we've been having is when you attach Testimonial Tree to your Moxi agent website, sometimes what's happening is the widget is getting confused and it's pulling in the entire region's testimonies instead of just for the individual agent. So it's an easy fix, but it does have to be fixed inside the agent's Moxi. So if you don't have proxy for the agent, you will have to go ahead and request that first. So let's go ahead and talk through that process. So the product in question is your Testimonial Tree landing page, widget, site page, whatever you want to call it. So this is an example of an agent. They have it set up as a Testimonial Tree page. And so in their menu up here, depending on the way they have it organized, you'll see it has testimonials. And then this particular one has 49 reviews. So you'll see that if you scroll down, it's going to continue to show you all the reviews. Now, the issue here is when it's on Jeff's page, but it's a review for Pam or it's a review for Charlie. And so that's the issue. And again, Testimonial Tree really hasn't been able to explain how it's happening, but we do know that it is happening. And if an agent comes to you, this is how you fix it. So first you want to, of course, get into My CD Desk and into MoxiWorks. So depending on whether your tile is up front where mine is, or you have it somewhere else, or you click on Find an App, you want to get to your MoxiWorks tab. And then once that loads, you're going to be in your MoxiWorks website, and you want to go where it says My Website. So of course, if you need to fix this for an agent, you need to get proxy for them first or sit with them when they're logged in. So when you go into your account and go to My Account, right over here to the left where it says Account Settings, Account Access. So you could request this from an agent, which is typically the easiest way to do it. That way they get an email, they click the link, they log into Desk, into Moxi, and they allow the proxy. So right here where it says Other Agent Access, click Manage. I'm sorry, Other Account Access, click Manage. And then once that loads, you want to click Request, and you just start typing in the agent's name. Click Enter or click Search, and then when you have the agent up, you click Add, and then you have to click Request. So if you just click Add and exit, it's not actually sending that request. You then have to click Request. You can do multiple agents at one time. That's why it doesn't automatically do it immediately. So add as many agents as you want by clicking Add, and then once you click Request, all those requests will go out to the agent. Now, once the agent has accepted the request, you will then see them over here where you say switch user. Any agent that you have proxy to will show up in this list. You can then click on their name and it will automatically log you into their account. And then you can go to their website and fix this issue for them. Now, you cannot proxy if you're in an incognito window. A lot of us use incognito windows, especially if we're switching between, different dash IDs or whatnot. You will not be able to proxy if you're in incognito. You have to be in your normal Google Chrome browser in order to proxy. That trips people up sometimes, so I like to mention it. So once you have the agent that you need, whether you're requesting proxy or you already have it and you click into their account, in order to fix the testimonial tree issue, you click on my website. And then once that loads, you'll see that you can go into site pages right here and you'll scroll until you find their testimonial tree page. They may have it in About Me, they may have it somewhere else. Mine is just here at the bottom. So what you want to do is delete, confirm that you've deleted it, or that you would like to delete it. Click publish, pushes those changes through. And then all you have to do is re-add it. So at the top where it says all pages, click add new. It defaults to custom page. So you want to go down to testimonial tree page, click submit. And then you want to confirm that the testimonial tree email is the same email that they are using in the testimonial tree product. Now, it should be, because testimonial tree is actually provisioned from a feed from Moxi. But particularly agents that were with us before we launched testimonial tree, sometimes these things get tripped up. So if you want to go back to testimonial tree, and for any ASCs or RSCs, you would want to go to management and users. If you're an agent, you just want to go over here to the right where it says account, and then that will show you what your email address is. So for staff on the call, you come into your user administration. You want to search for the person by clicking the filters to the right, put in their name, click enter or search. Once you have the agent come up, you want to check this email account right here. This user detail email is the one that should match in your testimonial tree page. So as long as it matches, you're good. You click publish. If it doesn't match, obviously you can type in this box. You want to update it so that it does match, and then click publish. And then, so once it's confirmed you're published, you can go back to site pages. You'll see it put it right back here at the bottom. So if you're adding this for an agent because they had an issue and you needed to delete it and re-add it, just put it right back where it was. So if it's under About Me or wherever it might be, just drop and drag it. If it's a subfolder, obviously you want to indent that. If it's a main folder a main menu option on the website, you just want to make sure it's left aligned there. If you do move it, you do have to click publish one more time. That will then put that in the order that you want. So that is the steps to fix the issue for the agents. Obviously, it seems like a lot of steps, especially if you have to get proxy. But once you have the access that you need, it's actually a very quick process in order to update that. So we're going to go ahead and go back into testimonial tree. Get that to load. So while that's loading, we do know that obviously Google and SEO loves unique content. So it's kind of hard sometimes for our agents to put unique content on their websites. They don't have time to blog. They don't have time to go in and mess around with it. Adding testimonial trees to their websites is a great way to get unique content automatically on their websites. So obviously, if an agent has a transaction and it's marked as closed in Loop in Michigan and Ohio and Amelia Island, or if it's marked as testimonial tree request in @files in Florida, the system's going to automatically send that request to the client upon the transaction. It does send it 3 times. It'll send it the night of the either .loop or @file being marked as closed. And then if the client doesn't respond, it's going to go out 2 more times a week apart. So, night of or day after closing. If they don't respond a week later, if they still don't respond, 1 more time a week later. After the 3rd request, the system stops sending the request. They just assume the client doesn't want to leave a testimony, and the system will stop bugging them. However, even though it doesn't want to load here, you can request testimonials outside of transactions, particularly if you're new in the business. Maybe you don't have a lot of transactions yet, but of course you came from a different professional world. You can always send testimonial requests to anybody, your family, your friends, previous coworkers that you worked with. And in your testimonial tree, you click the big green button that says collect testimonial. And then you can send via email right from the system, or you can send via text message. We all know everybody loves to get texts. Not everybody loves to get email, but you do have those options. You also have the ability to link the testimonial request through your email signature. So that can be a nice option as well. Every single email you send out, click here to review, and then it gives them the ability to leave that review. If you're doing it via email, you just click that button there. We seem to be having load issues. It could be the internet, could be the fact that I'm streaming, it could just be that it's just that kind of day. So once that comes up, you do have the ability to put in the recipient's name, email, title if you would like. You can suggest a testimonial, but I just like it to be, new content that they type from their own words. And then, of course, I have the option to choose an agent because I'm in the company level. You yourself as admin would have that ability. But for agents, of course, their name's going to come up. They can only request reviews for themselves. And then you can click send request. This will only go one time. It won't do the reminders a week after, the first one and then a third week after the second one. This will send one-time request to the client. You can always go back in and resend it, but it is a manual process. It's not part of the automation that we have that we talked about previous upon the transaction, whether it's from .loop or at files. So again, just that big green button that says collect testimonial, and then you can do it via email, text. You can also grab that link in order to embed it into your email signature, should you so choose. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my screen over to see if we have any questions. I do see something in the chat, so let me take a read. Oh, somebody was unable to hear anything. Hopefully you guys heard that whole presentation. And yes, the steps will be placed in the ASC procedures. We'll go ahead and do a job aid to get that in there. And from proxy all the way down to getting the testimonial tree page added. So I'll go ahead and pause and see if we have any further questions. Great. Well, finally, we do have some agents that do request to opt out of the automation because perhaps they're requesting via Zillow or Google, which you can also do in Testimonial Tree, but some agents don't like to have the system automatically send them out. So if you have an agent asking to opt out, just have them send me an email or you guys send me an email and I can opt them out from the automation. They can still use the Testimonial Tree product. It just won't send those automated requests upon transactions. So I do like to point that out because some agents do like to opt out of that feature. Well, I appreciate your time today. I hope you guys all have some spooky fun tomorrow on Halloween. Don't forget about our costume contest. If you guys choose to dress up in the offices tomorrow, take a pic, put it in Paylocity, and then even if you choose not to dress up, please go to Paylocity, take a look at all the pictures, and vote for your favorite. Thanks you guys for your time today. I appreciate it. Bye now.